Baptist Church of Savannah, Georgia, which eventually birthed the Second and Third Baptist Churches of Georgia. And let us not forget the many Methodist churches who took a stand early on against slavery and segregation. Richard Allen, being allowed to attend church along with other blacks at St. George's in Pennsylvania, took offense to being seated separately from whites. He separated from them and eventually became ordained through the Methodist Episcopal Church, founding the first national black church in the United States in 1816. The continuance of the black church as a shelter and place for reform was pervasive through and after the Civil War, once slaves were emancipated. It was then that black churches began to break away from larger church entities that held them captive, creating an explosion of black churches in both the northern and southern regions. Former slaves, now black missionaries, began establishing churches offering salvation while also functioning in the 19th century as community meeting centers and schools. Following the Civil War, the emancipation of slaves, and the proliferation of the black church within the United States, new facets of the black church's personality took form as the needs of the Reconstruction emerged. The black church served not only as a saving institution, but a political point, a place for the development of community theaters and plays. During this season, the spiritual could not be separated from the secular or social, as it was the spiritual that guided the creation of entities that provided for the community's sick, provided college scholarships, and sponsored fraternal lodges. Black churches during Reconstruction were full of Christians who were guided by their spiritual values to be actively involved in progression and change. By the end of the Reconstruction period in 1877, and before the beginning of World Wars I and II, Black Baptists had a recorded membership, mainly concentrated in the South, of about 400,000. With the African American Episcopal Church reporting 40,000 members. In spite of the immense pressures of Jim Crow, the black church expanded, exploded, and engaged the pressing need for evangelism, while mobilizing itself to also provide support in addressing the pressing needs of society. It is therefore no surprise that the civil rights movement caused the black church to be visible, noticeable, distinguishable, and the central location for much of the mobilization of the advocacy of black people in America. As with anything that is highly exposed, the imminent danger of attack is present. The black church became the overt target for violence, bombings, and arson. In spite of this, the faith and hope of leaders too numerous to name, in addition to unnamed laypersons who supported the advancement of the civil rights movement, continued to forge forward, organizing protests, sit-ins, marches, voter registration rallies, boycotts, and more to ensure that each of us here today could profess the self-evident truths and unalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Thank God for the Heavenly Seven institutions, the National Baptist Convention, the National Baptist Convention of America, the Progressive National Convention, the African Methodist Episcopal Church, the African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church, the Christian Methodist Episcopal